show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good afternoon, Ava, here. I would like to welcome everyone to the iBlind Users Group or iBUG meeting for Saturday, January 28, 2023. Thank you for joining us on this winter afternoon. Since this is the first Apple Workshop of 2023, we would like to wish everyone a very happy, prosperous, and blessed New Year. This meeting is being recorded. We have a supercharged meeting planned for today. We will first review some iBUG announcements and some recent Apple news and rumors. Then, it is time for the annual show and tell meeting of the iBUG Apple Workshop. Several members of the iBUG team will share their favorite accessories with us. Finally, we will spend any remaining time to answer questions you may have. I would now like to turn the meeting over to the Ladybug herself, Sandhya Rao. Ready to go, Ladybug?
All right. Yes, thank you, Ava. Welcome, everybody. Happy New Year, as she said. And we are happy that you're here. And let's get started. We have a lot to get through. As I've said many times, this is one of my favorite meetings of the whole year where we get to see all the new toys and figure out what we would like to get for ourselves. But before that, we have introductions. So the icebreaker is, in light of the Lunar New Year celebration, what is your favorite? Is it egg rolls or fried rice? It's two choices, nothing else. Say who you are, where you're from, and then answer the question.
Terry from Arlington Heights.
Go, Terry Ann. Okay.
Fried rice. Terry from Arlington Heights.
Herbie in Houston, egg rolls.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Chanelle
in
in
Jacksonville, egg rolls.
Okay, Pete, good. Egg rolls. Okay, Chanelle.
Chanelle in Houston, egg rolls.
All right, good.
Janet in Colorado, egg rolls.
Egg rolls. Okay, Tom.
Tom Frank in Milton, Vermont, egg rolls.
All right, okay, keep going.
Dana in Cincinnati, egg rolls.
Boy, okay, good. Thank you.
Sarah.
Sarah.
Vermont, egg rolls.
Egg rolls, okay. Who else?
Okay. Chicago, egg rolls.
All right. Okay, thank you, Atel. Egg rolls. Okay, who's next?
Jody here.
Go ahead, Jody.
Jody, egg rolls.
Okay.
Jody from New Hampshire, egg rolls.
All right. Well, great. Thank you. Keep going.
Debbie from Georgia, egg rolls.
Debbie, welcome.
Thank you.
Jake from Michigan, egg rolls.
Okay, Jake, welcome. Linda, what'd you say?
Fried rice.
Fried rice. Good, finally. Okay. Well, we'll share together. Okay, keep going. Who else?
Fried rice.
All right, three of us. Okay, great. Thank you, Julie. Who else?
Liz Fort Worth, egg rolls.
All right, what's your name? Oh, Liz. Okay, welcome. Okay.
Carla from the UK, fried rice.
All right, great to have you. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
Tamer from Houston, veggie egg roll.
All right, great, Tamer. Welcome.
Mm-hmm.
Ned from Texas, egg rolls.
Okay, thank you, Ned. Who else?
Paul in Columbus.
Uh-huh.
Fried rice.
Okay, good. Okay.
Karen in California, fried rice.
Sharon or Karen?
Karen.
All right. Okay, welcome. Thank you. Okay. Who else?
Sree from Springfield, Virginia, being an Indian, fried rice.
Okay. All right. Who else? Thank you, Sree. Anybody else? All right. Well, go ahead. Yes, sir, Mr. McCulloch.
Michael in Texas. Fly rice.
So on PC. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. McCulloch. And this is Sandhya from Houston, and I'll go with fried rice.
Elisa.
Right. Go ahead, Elisa.
Elisa in Mexico, and I will go with spring egg rolls.
All right. Great. Glad to have you. Okay. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. Okay, well, all right. While we have you guys, we will say, is there anybody here that is here for the first time at this particular meeting? This is the Apple Workshop. Anybody new that's never been here before?
This is Karen. I'm new.
All right, Karen, you are new, and you said you're in California?
Yes.
All right, north or south?
Sacramento.
Sacramento, right in the middle. Okay, and how did you hear about iBUG?
On the Missouri. I used to live in Missouri, so I'm on the Missouri list for tech users.
All right, wonderful. And what kind of iDevices do you have, or Apple stuff?
I have an iPhone XS.
Okay, great. Very good. Well, we're so glad you're here and glad you're still friends with the people in Missouri. Good, good. Yep. Okay. Anybody else new? Never been here?
Liz.
Liz, go ahead. Tell us about yourself. We are in Texas, right?
Yep.
Okay. And how'd you hear about us?
Facebook.
Facebook. Oh, yeah. You did all that research, I remember.
Yep.
Good job. We're glad you're here. And what devices do you have?
I have an iPhone and an iPad.
All right. Very good. Thank you for coming. All right. Anybody else? Okay. Okay. Now, one more thing. Anybody celebrate a birthday or an anniversary in the month of January? Birthdays. Go ahead, Janet. Go ahead.
This is Janet. My friend Carla has a birthday tomorrow.
All right, very good. Happy birthday. Okay, who else? Birthday or anniversary in the month of January? Nobody? Okay, guess not. So now we're going to go ahead and get started with some Apple iBUG news. And for that, we will... Okay. All right, so here we go with the news for iBUG. That's stuff that's happening this month, okay? So we have, let's see, iBUG Unplugged on Saturday, February 4th. It is called Love is in the Air. We're just getting ready for Valentine's Day and just wanted to talk about different things that are going on and how people meet people, what kinds of relationships people are in, and, different things that people have encountered being visually impaired or blind. So that's what we're going to be talking about on the 4th. Then iBUG Vila Book Club is coming up. The Maid. The book is called The Maid, a novel. And that will be on February 9th. Okay, the novel is by Rita Prose. Rita Prose, and it's DB 106298. And that will be Thursday, February 9th at 6:30. Check it out. iBUG Android Insights coming up on Wednesday, February 15th at 7 p.m. All times that I mentioned are central, and they're on Zoom unless specified otherwise. iBUG Macintalk coming up on Tuesday, February 28th. Then it's iBUG's Life, Thursday, February 23rd at 6 p.m. Then iBUG Apple Workshop, Saturday, February 25th at February 25th at our regular time. iBUG Cafe, I forgot to mention, that will be, we are changing it in light of the Super Bowl. We are moving it, it's normally on the second Sunday. We're going to move it to the right before that, the Saturday before, so that'll be February 11th. We're going to be talking about audio books, book reading apps, specifically Bard and Audible. So that's something that I'm sure a lot of us use those. So come and check out the in-depth discussion of those apps. Then iBUG Buzz every Monday night from 7 to 9 on the Zoom call. We talk about all things related to your iOS device, your peripherals, accessories, all that kind of stuff, applications, programs, all that good stuff. So come and pose your questions at that time. And then on the first and third Tuesdays, Mac Buzz on Clubhouse from 5 to 6. And then on the second and fourth Tuesdays, I'm getting all mixed up, we have iBUG Mini Buzz, and that's a continuation of any discussions about the iOS platform and devices. Then, let's see, what else do we have? iBUG Trekkie Talk on the first and third Thursdays of the month. So we are winding down the Next Generation Season 5 and just about to get started with Season 6. And one of our popular events, iBUG Night at the Virtual Movies. We were up late last night watching a nearly 3-hour movie, and we're still here bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, right? So come and check out the movies. They're all different genres. It's audio description track at 8 p.m. on Zoom, and then 7:30 for the social time, bad jokes and bad music, and name that tune and all that good stuff. And then following the movie, we have some discussion and trivia. Okay, that happens every Friday. If you want to know what the movie is, you can come for the big reveal on Monday nights at the midpoint of the call. We have clues and wonderful prizes to go along with it. All right. We also have a mentoring program for anybody that needs individualized training on their device. Fill out the application on our website, and we will match you up with one of our amazing advanced users. Similarly, if you are an advanced user and would like to help somebody else unlock the power of the iPhone, we would be grateful for your help. So, all of our training programs are available on our website, or they're available on the smart devices, smart speakers. You can also go to YouTube and listen there. And like I said, you can also catch them on your favorite podcasting app. We have social media. We have a website, ibugtoday.org. ibugtoday.org is the best place to get all the information of what we do and when we do it. Okay, then we have, let's see, Twitter is at iBUG Today. You can follow us on Twitter. We are also on Facebook.com/group/iBUG a great place to post information, questions, and help others with their questions. Okay, that is all of our introductory and announcements from the iBUG world. Now, and finally, if you have questions specifically, you can send us an inquiry at ibugtoday@gmail.com. But we basically provide all of the training in our various sessions. Okay, now we're going to continue on with Apple news, okay? All right, lots of interesting stuff out there. Let's go for it. So we've all heard about the Find My app on our phone, and now you can use it to find an electronic, it's called the Ember heated mug. So, if you're always losing your coffee or tea, now you can find it with Find My. And it's even more cool than just that. You can maintain a certain temperature for about 3 hours. So I think I want that for sure. And it also has special spill-proof features, probably like a sippy cup or something. And it's about $199. So I guess if you drink a lot of coffee, it might be worth it. Next, Apple Books is ditching voice actors for AI narration. So we have been hearing about this, that it was going to happen, and now it has started. People saying it sounded pretty good. So no more live actors reading them aloud. Apparently a lot of people were doing this during the lockdown as a way to make money. And now they're starting with the artificial intelligence. So we'll see how people like it. Now, this was an interesting story. We've all heard about the Apple Watch blood oxygen sensor, and this actually saved a young boy's life. They had gone up to Colorado skiing, and then she noticed her child's lips were blue and so forth, and she just put the watch on, and it said he only had 66% of blood of oxygen saturation, which is very, very bad. So luckily she was able to get him help quickly. All right. Next, there's something else new. This is called the Valencell blood pressure monitor. So this promises no cuffs or calibration. I know I hate those cuffs. They're always trying to break my arm. So they're going to be able to collect the information, and you might wonder, how do they do it? I mean, it's not out yet. I mean, it's still waiting FDA approval. It will help people with hypertension and manage their blood pressure and, maintain compliance with all the medications. So it is designing a device that can detect the blood pressure, get this, in less than a minute using photoplethysmography, or PPG to your friends, okay? And that will detect by reflecting light to measure blood flow patterns. So if that isn't cool, I don't know what is. So definitely check that out. All right, the future Apple Pencil could detect colors and textures. So this is an application, a patent application. Maybe we will find some use for us as blind people. And we know that so many of the color identifier apps are notoriously bad. So let's see what happens with this. It's supposed to have a lot more light saturation, and you can tap a surface and it will tell you about the color and the texture of the device, of the material. So, but it's still just a patent. So let's see if it becomes reality. All right, next. Okay, iPhone 15 Pro is maybe going to have a titanium frame, haptic buttons, so no more physical buttons, they're saying. So that should be interesting, right? Should be looking for that. It's going to be providing taptic feedback instead, so it'll feel like you're pushing something, but you're really not. Let's see. And that technology of the taptic feedback is like in the SE2. So you physically are pressing it down, but it gives some taptic feedback, but it really isn't going anywhere. Okay, there's another interesting story. iPhone 16 is rumored to get under display Face ID. So that's pretty self-explanatory. We'll just see if that really happens. They've been talking about this since the iPhone 10. Not sure if that'll happen. Then Steve Jobs, this was interesting. He unveiled the first iPhone 16 years ago. 16 years ago. It was really interesting. They were talking about, he did his demo. He gets 24 minutes into it and, pulls it off, does a flawless demo. But then the thing is that it was really far from complete. There were engineers ready there because they all knew that any false move, or if he deviated from the plan, the whole thing could crash. So, it was still basically underway when he did the demo. So that was pretty cool. Glad it all went well, right? Let's see. AirTag. We heard all about those horrible floods. The AirTag helped rescue a puppy who was swept away in the California floods. So that was not good, but they got the dog back. So happy story. And reunited with their family. Last story, Twitter. Twitter has basically eradicated all third-party applications, similar like Twitterific, and because they're not complying with their internal regulations. So I know a lot of people used to use those third-party apps, and I guess we'll just wait and see what happens. But okay, that is the Apple news. There was a lot there. Anybody have any quick Apple news they wanted to share?
This is Pete.
Go, Pete.
Did you say Steve Jobs did his first reveal of the iPhone 16 years ago?
Yep, that's what they said. 16.
I thought it was in 2009. Am I imagining that?
That may have been the accessible versions that we were able to use, I think. I don't know. I'll have to check.
Okay.
All right, good. All right, anybody else?
This is Dan. Tom.
Dan. Hang on, Tom. Go, Dan.
Yep.
Can I talk about the Mac?
Oh, yeah, sure. Go ahead. Quickly. Uh-huh.
Okay. It's my understanding that there's an accessible Twitter app for the Mac that's available in the Mac App Store that's out now. I just heard a demonstration about an hour ago, and it works real well with the Mac. So.
Okay, thank you, Dan. Okay, go ahead. You might want to bring that up on the Mac and Talk call. Continue the discussion there. Okay, Tom, let's go, Tom.
Yeah, I was just going to say Soundscape is going bye-bye as of June 30th. Hopefully somebody else will pick it up because Microsoft made it open source. So hopefully people will pick it up because it's my favorite GPS app.
All right, thank you, Tom. Anybody else? Anybody else?
This is Herbie.
Go, Herbie.
I do want to mention that there is still the native Twitter app for the iPhone that does, still fully work. So for those of you that were using third-party clients, you'll just have to get used to the main Twitter app now. So.
All right. Good point. Okay, and that is very
accessible. It's Kathy.
Go, Kathy.
I had a question. Didn't you say? I thought a watch could already do your blood pressure. Is it something different?
That's the blood oxygen level, but blood pressure is. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Good. Okay. I'm looking forward to it too. I'll need to know what our blood pressure is. Okay. So now we are going to get started with the show and tell. So just so we know, we have a lot of different people that have stepped up and offered to present for us today, and we're so grateful for them. So we're going to give them our attention. And we have a mixture of headphones, keyboards, some braille devices, and what else? Speakers. We tried to get a variety, so let's see what we get. And so the first one up. Okay, the first one up is Ms. Jody Ianuzzi.
Hello, everybody. I wanted to talk today about my favorite earbuds. They are the Nokia K23 Bluetooth stereo earbuds. And what I really like about these is, they also run on Bluetooth 5.0. And what I really love about them is the quality and the price. The price, they're actually on sale right now for $29.73, which is 41% off the regular price, which is $49, which is still a good deal. And they're very easy to use. You just take them literally out of the case and they pair with your phone painlessly. In order to use them, you take them out of the case, they turn on, you put them back in the case, they turn off. So they're very easy to use, and the sound quality on them is pretty good. I'm using them right now. Got through the movie last night. They lasted longer than I did because I fell asleep. But anyway, the earbuds work great. I just, I can't say enough good about these earbuds. They're really fantastic. Oh, they also have ear hooks, which I consider a necessity because I don't want to lose them. They're considered sport earbuds, so they're waterproof. And the other really great thing I wanted to say about them is that the company's customer service is fantastic. I went to the website and registered them. They have a really nice warranty that they'll replace them if there's a problem. You don't have to return the old ones. But I've never had a problem with them. They're terrific. And I've asked them questions about using the earbuds, and they get back to me within minutes. So I really recommend them. They're the O'Keefe, and that's spelled Okeefe, K23 earbuds.
All right. Great, Jody. Thank you very much. All right, we're going to go through a couple of products at a time, and then we'll come back and ask questions. I think that'll be the best way here. Go. The next one up is Herbie. Herbie with some more headphones.
Yes, indeed. So the headphones I'm going to talk about are the AirPods 3. All right. The AirPods 3 are built on the design of the original AirPods and the old-fashioned EarPods. So they are the flat design. They don't have the rubber tips. They are a little bit cheaper. And they don't have features like noise canceling and transparency and all that. So you get what you get, though they're not terrible at blocking out sound. They're livable. They do support, though, features like Dolby Atmos. So that means you get full surround sound on various things that support that format. And they connect well. They come in your standard AirPods case. And, that you lift up the lid and you got the AirPods inside. They pair to your Apple devices, and I think they can pair to third-party devices as well. They have the little stem on that you use to control things, so it's a little bit more, whereas the older AirPods you would use like the sensors on the AirPods themselves, and the AirPods 3 now I think you can just use the stem to control things. They sound really good though, and while they don't have the full features of the AirPods Pro 2, they are a really good buy. And they fit flat in your ears, so that is the AirPods 3.
All right, thank you, Herbie. All right, go ahead. Okay, Tamer, you want to come and talk about the other AirPods?
So we're talking about the AirPods Pro 2nd Gen. So I've had them for a couple of months, and so far I do love them. So the difference between these and the 3rd gens and the regular AirPods Pros, there is a big difference. So with the 1st gen's AirPods Pros, it comes with the H1 chip. These come with the H2 chip. There's also, double the noise canceling. So you get that as well. You do also get custom high exertion Apple driver. You do also get custom high dynamic range amplifier. You also get noise canceling as well. And that has enhanced from the previous generation. You get adaptive transparency as well. Also, the pressure on them has been enhanced. I'm not sure how that has been enhanced. You also get personal audio with dynamic head tracking. I know this, the previous generation did not have that. You also get adaptive EQ. And then let's see, dual beam forming microphone and skin detect sensor microphone. So there's so many, you get from this that you did not have before. As before, you get, the MagSafe charging, the same controls as before, where you can charge it with the lightning cable, with MagSafe, where you can press once to play and all that. So all of that is the same. So they pretty much everything else is the same. I think that's all.
All right, very good. Thank you, Tamer.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome.
All right, very good. Somebody who has a question for the stuff that we've already just talked about up until this point. Say your name and wait to be recognized. Anybody?
This is Dan.
Go, Dan.
Okay, my question about the headphones is, what is a stem?
This is Herbie.
Go, Herbie.
Stem is a little piece that sticks out from the earpiece. So, it's what on on all the AirPods models they have them, but the stem basically. So if you can picture can you picture the standard earpods? Instead of a wire hanging out of them, it's just like a little just a plastic rounded piece that sticks out, and you can, in some of the later models, you can squeeze the stem, or they might have little indentations on them for you to do volume up, and they are also the piece that fits into the little charging cone in the AirPods case.
I know. Very good description. It's like something so basic and it's hard to describe it. Okay, thank you, Herbie. All right.
It's Liz.
Go ahead, Liz.
Okay, the O'Keeffe's that we're talked about, do they have a microphone? I have a pair of boys, or however you pronounce that, and there's no microphone. You can't use it for the telephone, answering the phone or anything.
All right.
Oh, yes. Yeah, this is Jody. Yes, they do have a built-in microphone. You can answer your phone with them, and you can also access Siri. You can also do previous track and next track too. So they're fully functional earbuds with all of the features. Also, I didn't mention they have a recharging case, and the case can either be wireless charged or it comes with a cable.
Very cool. Can't beat the price, too.
No, you can't.
All right. Okay, very good. Liz, thank you for that. Anybody else? The question.
It's Kathy.
Go, Kathy.
I have another question for Jody. I have earpods, but they're always falling out, and I wouldn't wear them outside home because I'm always dropping them. I mean, even you seem like you touch them and they just fall, but they're so light. And I know you said the other ones had the earpiece, but does it?
They have an ear hook. Yes, they actually have a silicone hook that goes over the top and hooks onto your ear, so that if you're wearing sunglasses and a mask and you have your earbuds in and you take your mask off, they're not going to go flying. They're going to stay put because they're actually hooked onto your ear.
Wow. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, I love it.
That is great to hear. I lost a pair of earrings this weekend because I didn't have a hook.
Yeah.
Wish I'd had a hook around my ear. Okay, all right.
This is Herbie.
Go, Herbie.
I do want to mention that for AirPods users, there are various attachments out there you can get for the AirPods for hooks and stuff too. So it's worth looking on Amazon if you are an AirPod loser.
An AirPod.
That doesn't sound
good.
good.
Yeah, not a loser, just
someone
a loser
who loses their AirPods. Okay, let's try that.
Yeah.
Okay, no losers on this call. Okay, all right. Anybody else with a question for Jody or Herbie or?
Janet has a question for
Go
Jody.
Ahead, Janet. Go ahead.
What's the battery life and charge time on your earbuds?
Yes, I should have mentioned that. I would say 8 to 12 hours. If you're going to listen to a book or use the phone, you'll get different usage. I usually put them in early in the morning, and I still have them in the evening. So they do last for a long time. And that's a good question.
And how long does it take to charge them?
Oh, just a little bit. I'd say under an hour, 2 hours, thereabouts. They charge very quickly.
Very good. Okay.
This is Sree.
Go, Sree.
Jody, on yours, if you have the battery widget, will it tell you what the battery status is?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, you can set that up. I haven't done it, but you can set that up. And it's also got LED lights to tell you how much it's charged, but I don't use those either.
Oh, gee, I wonder why.
Why not?
Details. Okay. All right, great. Okay, final question for any of our group?
This is Carla.
Carla.
Just a question for Jody, actually. How deep do the Nokia headphones go in your ear? Do they sit right in the ear canal?
They can fit into your ear. Because they have the hook, I'm inclined to, when I'm outside, which I am right now, I kind of pull them out a little bit so they're not quite in my ear, so I can still hear the noises around me. And I also should mention, you can use they're stereo, so you've got a right and a left. You can use them separately, or you can use them together. You can use the right one, and if the battery goes out on that one, you can put the left one in. So I just use one during the day, and then if I'm going to listen to TV or a movie, then I'll put them both in to get the stereo effect. But it depends. And you also get 3 different size inserts to put into your ears. So they've got small, medium, and large, that's standard with a lot of earbuds. So they do fit in your ear, but you can kind of wear them on the outside if you want.
Oh, thanks.
Sure.
All right. I think we're all going to go buy some of those after the call. Okay. Anybody else? Final?
This is Liz.
Go ahead, Liz.
What was the model number again?
On those O'Keeffes,
Yes.
the company is spelled OKEEFE, and it's K23 earbuds. And like I said, they're on sale right now for $29.73.
Okay. Very good. Okay, so we are going to thank you guys for that, and there will be more headphones coming up. All right, great job. Okay, and next we have Mr. Sree with some cool things. Sree?
All right. I'm going to start off by saying Andre Agassi once said, "It doesn't matter whether you win or lose, as long as you look good." So I'm going to talk about a charging station not only looks good, but it works great. The name of my product is the Belkin Boost Pro 3-in-1 charging station. It's made by Belkin, which we're all pretty much familiar with. And the model number is WI as in indigo, Z as in zebra, 017, T as in Tom, T as in Tom. And it comes in either in BK or white. BK is for black. So you can get it either in black or you can get it in white. Now the cost of the unit ranges from $100 to $149 based on if you can find it when it's on sale. The pros of having this particular charging station is it supports fast charging. So it fast charges your iPhone 12, 13, or 14. If you have an Apple Watch, it's going to fast charge your Series 7 or newer. And it also does a wireless charging of the AirPods that was mentioned a little bit earlier. Again, if it supports wireless charging. And there is no additional wires you need to get. It comes with one wire, with a brick, so you don't have to buy any of those. And it supports, like I said, the MagSafe. So if you have a MagSafe device, it'll support those. Now, you can put the phone either in landscape or portrait mode when it's charging. So if you are using the device, you can put it in both of those modes. And the great thing is, like I said, it looks really good. If you like something that is modern and looks clean in your nightstand or in your desk, this is something that I would recommend. It is made out of stainless steel finish, so like I said, it's going to look nice and clean. See what else? It does come with a 2-year warranty. I guess the only negative side about this is, it is relatively on the expensive side. And that was pretty much it about that charging station. So did you want me to go to the next one or wait?
Go ahead, Sree. You can go ahead.
Okay. All right. So I talked about whether it's whether you win or lose, you want to look good. I talked about how a charging station can make your devices look good. I want to talk about something that's going to make you look good. We all know that one of the most important things that we need to do is drink lots of water. So I'm going to talk about a smart water drinking bottle. Sonia mentioned about the cup that keeps the drink nice and hot. Well, this is a bottle that you can use to remind you when to drink your water. So the name of the product is the Hydrate Spark Pro Titan series. Its manufacturer is the Hydrate Spark. The model number is H as in Harry, I as in Indigo, 009005. The cost of this unit ranges from anywhere from $49 to about $60, depending on if you can get it on sale. The advantages of having this particular type of water bottle is it reminds you when to drink. Like for me, I take a medication, so it reminds me to make sure I drink before I take my medication. It also gives me daily reminders when to drink. And it just doesn't just give me a reminder. It actually gives me a push alert on my phone to give me a little a pep talk about the importance of drinking water. This comes in a 24-ounce bottle. It's made out of plastic. You do get two separate type of lids on it. You get the straw lid as well as just a downspout lid. And it does have a removable charging base. It uses a USB-C to charge the base, and just untwist the charging base, and you can put it in the dishwasher. And like I said, it does have an iPhone app that you can use, and it keeps a log of how much water you drink. Basically, when you pour water into the bottle, you lay it straight flat, it stays in the upright position. It syncs up with Bluetooth on your phone, and it'll tell how much water is actually in the bottle, and it'll keep track on how much consumptions of water you drink. I would say the cost is probably, once again, is the negative side of it, because it is relatively expensive for just a drinking bottled water. But as what Sonia mentioned about the mug that keeps it warm, that's $200. So these things are kind of a luxury item. But as I mentioned, it's important to look good, and drinking water is one of the best way to make yourself look good. So those are the items that I wanted to cover today.
Wow, very cool. Let's see if anybody has any questions. Right, who's any questions for Sree about the smart water bottle or the charging station? Besides how cool Sree is. That's why Sree is so cool, right, Sree?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You're a legend in your own mind. Okay.
Yep. It's all in my head.
Can you describe you said, the charging station, where do you put all the things? You said you can charge 3 things, so where do you put them? They just sit on this thing? Or? Yeah,
so basically it has 2 stems that stick from the base. The one stem is for your iPhone. Like I said, that's a MagSafe. And the other stem is for your Apple Watch. And the base also has a wireless area where you just place your AirPods and it automatically charges it. You don't have to stick it on anything. It's all just done wirelessly. So there's only one cord that's attached to the unit, and everything else is just all built in. So you don't have to buy or put in a cable for your watch, or you need a cable to charge your AirPods. There's just looks clean that way.
Okay.
Michael.
Go ahead.
Yeah, on that charging stand, Belkin charging stand, I was just looking on Amazon, and it showed it 109 to 149, and the difference was if the white one was 109 and the black one was 149. I was wondering which one did you get?
This is Sree. I got the black one, and I actually bought it straight from Belkin, and they had it on sale for $99.
Ooh. Okay, I didn't look on Belkin's site. Okay.
And keep in mind, they also price match. So they actually price matched when it was on sale, which was surprising to me because you usually don't have vendors price matching.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so definitely shop around. Best Buy has them on sale occasionally, and
Great, cool. Do we have any other questions? I think I saw Chris.
This is Chris.
Go ahead.
I think the Agassi quote, which is much of my personal mantra, is image is everything.
Yep, okay. I agree. After Andre Agassi said that, I jumped the bandwagon with it.
I see. Okay. Anybody else?
This is Dan.
Go, Dan.
Okay, on that Belkin charger, does it come with a brick?
Yes, that's a great thing. It's you don't have to buy a brick. It's just one cable, one brick, and everything just snaps right in.
Okay, so it's the Belkin, Belkin. Is that how you spell it?
That's correct.
Tamer?
Yes, go ahead, Tamer.
I actually tried the water bottle. I returned it. It's a half full.
Oh, okay.
I just want to know which model you got exactly.
You mean the Spark water bottle?
Right.
I got the one that's the plastic one because I wanted a low weight one.
Okay.
Because they do sell the metal version of it, which
yes, I think that's the one I got.
I didn't want to get that because it's just going to be too heavy, and so the plastic one has it's lightweight. It's got a kind of like a strap hook that I can just hold it with my fingers. It fits in all the cup holders. That was one of my big things.
Okay.
Because the big one is just way too big. I think they have a 32-ounce one that just way too heavy.
That's actually the one I got.
Yeah, I would say for portable wise, you want it to be light, and that's why I picked the plastic one.
Okay, very good. We are gonna go ahead and continue on. We'll also try to put the list out on our website. Okay, so we're gonna keep going. All right, so next up we have Herbie with something else very cool, our keyboard that we love. What you got, Herbie?
I've got an Apple Magic keyboard right here. You can hear it.
Yes.
So this is your standard keyboard. It works well with the iPhone, with a computer. And it's very flat. It's very thin. It has a simple on-off switch and a USB port that comes in two sizes. A small size. The small size has your smaller keyboard, what you might expect. So it'll have like your function, control, command. Option, command, or if you're on the other system, it'll transport to Windows and Alt. If you have the bigger keyboard like I use most of the time, it is your standard keyboard complete with numpad, and so it starts with control instead of function, and then you've got it's really a 9-pack because there's 9 keys, and then you've got a little area for your arrow keys, which are nicely spaced out and separated from everywhere else, and then your typical numpad on the far right. The keyboard lasts forever on battery, and there is no way to know when the battery is low, but you can... there are different ways of finding out the battery status depending on the device you're on, but you can just charge it every few days. It uses the Apple standard Lightning connector, so you can plug it into basically any iPhone charger. You can also use it as a USB keyboard if you prefer. It only handles one connection at a time, to repair it, you simply have the device that it's currently paired to turned off, or have it forget the keyboard, so it'll be in pairing mode, and then the next device will see it. And it's that simple. The keys itself are flat. And you do have like your standard little things on the F and J keys. And I really love this keyboard, so that is it for the Apple Magic Keyboard.
Yes, we keyboards are. How much did you say that was?
Oh, now you ask me. It's around $99, I think, for the full size one. The smaller one is a little bit cheaper. So you do pay more if you get the larger one, but so it's around $99, $100. And there are some models now that have like the fingerprint sensor and all that. I just have the standard one that does not have anything fancy like that. So.
All right. Okay. Quickly, does anybody have any questions for Herbie about the Magic Keyboard?
I have one.
Go ahead, Tamer.
Or actually, it's a comment. So if you have an M1 Mac, you can use the one with the Touch ID sensor, and usually those cost $199 for the full size. And then $129 for the regular size.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you can unlock your Mac then? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
Oh, cool.
Like unlock it with Touch ID.
Touch ID on your keyboard. Okay. Very cool. Anybody else? Questions about the Magic Keyboard?
This is Kathy.
Go, Kathy.
When do you use your keyboard? Just when you're writing a long email, or do you use it to operate your phone?
All right.
So this is Herbie.
Go, Herbie.
I use it more for the computer than I do for the phone. But if you want to use it for your phone, then obviously, you can control a lot of the phone functions with it. You just have to know how to transpose your arrow keys for swiping gestures. And some of the Mac commands are used on the phone. So you do have like your quick nav on and off, that type of thing. Your up and down arrow keys are basically your equivalent of double tapping, and there's a full Bluetooth keyboard guide. So
this is
Sree. Yep.
Go, Sree.
Kathy, I was going to say one of the reasons that I use a keyboard on my phone is if I know that I'm going to be engaged in a long conversation, a text conversation going back and forth, then I find it a lot easier using the keyboard than trying to use the virtual keyboard or the dictation.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was going to say. And so you can preserve not pulling all your hair out, Kathy. Keyboards are the way to go if you want to dictate. I prefer texting to talking anyway nowadays, so it's a lot faster to type instead of dictating. Okay, all right. We are. Anybody else? Final questions for Herbie? Okay. All righty. We are going to move on to our next segment. All right. So this one, we're entering our sunglasses category, and we have Robert Doc Wright, he was unable to be here, but the lovely Janet Wright is here. So we are going to listen to his recording of the sunglasses that he has.
Hello. I am Robert Doc Wright. My wife asked me to tell you about my Bose Frames Tempo. These are a Bluetooth sunglasses that surprisingly have the look and feel of regular sunglasses with the added feature of having Bluetooth speakers. They run about $249 at Bose.com, and Bose at this time offers a payment plan through another company. The lenses themselves are polarized. The battery life for these glasses average about 8 hours. Myself, I find them very comfortable to wear. My big surprise in audio, phone call clarity is very good in both directions. And the stereo field for music and movies is very impressive to me. The speakers are set in each arm at the bottom of the arm at an angle that points directly into your ear, and it has a passive speaker on top to give you a better bass response. There is one button on the right arm that works as your power on and off, your tracking forward and back, and answering and ending phone calls. As far as cons are concerned, I would have preferred that the frames had its own volume control. As is, you can only change the volume with the device that it is Bluetooth to. It allows you to be able to listen to your music while also hear what is around you. But even with that, if it's something other than just music playing, I would pause it if it's speech, which I would feel would be more distracting. I thank you for allowing me to share my Bose Frames tempo with you. Again, thank you.
All right, Doc, thank you so much. And Janet, thank you for making that happen. Very good. All right, we have another set of sunglasses on our way. Miss Terrian, are you there?
I am here. Hello,
Yay.
everyone.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about the Soundcore Frames smart glasses. The manufacturer is Anker, and it's Anker, if anybody needed to know that. I don't specifically have a model number. These glasses go by various names. There are sports sunglasses. There are just different, they go by according to their color. They assigned specific names to them that way. I meant to look up what they call the glasses that I have, but I forgot to do that. But the interesting thing about the glasses is that you can change the lenses so that it's really the arms that really do all the work for you, and you just change out the lenses themselves, and then you get your different frames that way. So the cost of them is approximately $120 US, although they often sell for far less than that. I found mine by accident last summer, and I paid $79 for mine, and that included an extra set of lenses. And then I, just for the heck of it, just because, and they were on sale too, I bought some other lenses, and you just basically switch them out. You pull the arms out of the lenses and then snap the new ones in. That it's slightly different than the Bose frames, where the lenses actually are the things that change out. The pros to these glasses is that they have a very good sound, and they also have an EQ function, so you can make other stereo sound adjustments that I don't believe are available on other glasses that can cost a lot more than these do. Soundcore, the Anker, has excellent customer service, in that I had sent an email with some suggestions and some questions, and they've gotten back to me right away, like within hours. They say they have a 24-hour turnaround in terms of when they will get back to you if you do email them. And they really got back to me even in a shorter time than that. The cons for me are that they currently many of the buttons and the links on the iPhone app for these glasses are not labeled. And that is one of the suggestions that I have made. And I know that Carla has also made, because she has a pair of them as well. And they are looking into this. They think it's a good idea. And so they're going to be, they've already flagged it up to their engineers to possibly label all of the buttons for us and all of the links, hopefully. The glasses don't have an on-off switch or an on-off button. I wish they did. Primarily, all of the features are either changed using the sensors in the glasses. They're actually touch controls, and that's the tricky part to learn. There are 8 features that you can control by your voice when you set up the voice on the app, but apparently that control is not labeled yet, so I haven't been able to set up the voice on them yet. You also have to control the volume either from the device you're using them with, or you can indeed tell it to turn the volume up and turn the volume down if you have the voice control set up. But I really do like them. I do like the sound, though they don't have as much bass as do other smart glasses and other devices. I wish they had more bass sound to them, but they are really good. And I'm using them right now to do this discussion with you. And I just think they really are wonderful because they don't have a Bluetooth type of sound to them, at least to my ears when I've heard them being used to send messages, be it with FaceTime or Zoom or phone calls, whatever it is. The sound is just really good from the microphones. And so that's my discussion of these Soundcore smart glasses.
Wow, very cool. Thank you, Terry Ann. Let's see if we have some questions.
This is Pete.
Go ahead, sir.
Well, first of all, is Robert or Janet available for questions on the
Janet is here, but I'm not sure if she can answer them. I don't know. So.
Well, Terry, I wanted to echo what you said. The sound quality of your voice is super. So I really agree with that. That sounded good. And Janet, are you there? I had a quick question.
Yes, I am here.
I have a pair of the Bose frames as well. And I don't know what the name, I forget the name of the model is. Are yours the sports model? The more expensive, the newest ones they came out with last year?
These are an older model that came out maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah, they had the tenor and the alto. And I think Robert said they were tempo.
Yeah, tempo.
That's what, yeah.
Okay, well, those are the sports models. And they're
those
really
are the
good.
sports? Okay.
Yeah. My only caution with mine, and I didn't know I had a big head, but they're a little tight. It's all that brain power.
I could say something.
I could say something too, but I won't.
You walked.
But they're a little tight in the temple, the bone in front of the ear. So they're a little narrow. I try very carefully to pull them apart to stretch them a little, but I don't want to do that because they are $250. But,
yeah. Did you think about getting a band that goes to stretch the band around them to stretch around your head?
No, they're too small on my head, so they don't have any trouble. Yeah, they just kind of press on the sides of my face there a little bit. They're a little bit too tight, so the band wouldn't work. But anyway,
Right.
they are very, very excellent, and their sound quality is typically super with Bose.
Great.
Yeah, Bose is a good brand.
Thank you, Janet. Good question, Pete. Anybody else? Question for Terry Ann or Janet?
This is Sree.
Go Sree.
So Terry Ann, on your glasses, I know like the Bose, if you take them out and you put it upside down on the table, they'll go off pairing, or they go to sleep mode. How does that work for the Anchor? Because I have a hard time with some of my Anchor brands. They get connected when they're not supposed to be connected. So how does that work?
Well, they connect very easily, but in the instructions it says that it takes about 2 minutes for them to shut down. That's another con that I should have mentioned. It takes them longer to shut down, and I haven't found a quick way to do that. You just have to wait a couple of minutes for them to actually go to sleep.
This is Carla with a comment.
Go ahead. Yes.
Terry, the brand that you've got is the Tours, I think, which is the actual sunglasses version.
I think you're right.
I've got the oh gosh, no, my brain's gone completely blank, but mine are slightly different because they've got like black lenses, and so you can get, I think there are about 10 different frame designs. I was having a look, so you can interchange if you really want 10 different frames. So it's kind of crazy, but yeah.
Okay, very good. Go Sree.
Sorry, are these magnetic charging, or do you actually plug a wire into the frame?
Oh, they're magnetic. Oh, this is Terry.
Go ahead.
They're magnetic charging. So they have a short cable that actually is magnetized to each arm when they're folded up. You have to fold them up, and then you attach this magnetic cable to them, and they charge in under an hour to 100%. And they last for at least 5 hours, and I've had them last for even longer than that when streaming like a radio station. So they really have a good battery life to them for what they are. And
Tom?
I did have a...
All right.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I got them when they first came out. I wasn't going to buy them until I saw them, and my wife and I were down in New York City, so we walked all over downtown Manhattan till we got to the Bose store, found one, and bought them there. And with the update, the first fellow, he couldn't change the volume. They updated the firmware. You have to do it through their app. You hold down the button, you turn your head to the left to raise the volume, and turn your head to the right to lower the volume, because they have a little gyroscope in them. And because that was my complaint. You had to pull your phone out, and here in the wintertime, that was a bad thing to do. But you just push the button, turn your head to raise and lower the volume. And the original ones, the battery only lasted 3 hours, which was the bad part. But the new ones, supposedly, I think they use a USB-C, the brand new ones.
Yes.
And mine had a magnetic USB-C charger, which is a lot better, I think, because it's universal. And the battery lasts, I think they say now, up to 7 hours.
Wow.
Pete?
Go ahead, Pete.
Now, Tom, you mentioned Bose. You're talking about the Bose, right?
I'm talking about the Bose, correct.
All right,
Yeah.
that's not what Terry has.
Yeah, and she has the other ones, right?
Right.
So,
Okay.
but they might have a similar feature, which, like me, you never find until you read all of the manual. Oh, I didn't know they had that. Gee.
We don't read instructions.
Read instruction. I read them and say, wait a second.
That is good. Well, that is so cool. I can like
And
it.
this is Terry.
Go, Terry.
A real quick thing about the Bose is that the lenses that Janet's husband, Robert, was talking about, they are the wraparound kind, meaning that they fit all the way around and to the outside edge of your eyes, whereas and those are the tempos, whereas the soprano, the alto, the tenors, that kind of thing, they open up. They don't wrap all the way around, and that is an important thing for some people. So if you need something that really blocks out the sunlight, because the glasses actually come all the way around to the edge of your eye, and they call them wraparound sunglasses, that would be the tempos would be the ones you would want.
So, Terrian, would they fit Pete's fat head or not?
Well, I don't know.
She's described the ones that I actually have.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
And so the answer would be no.
No,
I guess
Of all the
not.
brain
Sorry, Pete.
Mr. Sree.
Okay, well, we call it the way it is. Go, Sree, and then we're moving on.
So, Pete, one comment I want to make: did you get the XL frame or did you get the large frame? And one other thing I want to mention is, I've got a few different brands. I still think, from an audio perspective, like listening to sound, I still think Bose provides the best sound.
This is Pete.
Go, Pete.
I don't know. Sree, I don't think they had an XL. At least I don't remember seeing it. And I agree. The sound is uncanny. Like Robert described, they have little holes in the bottoms of each arm on either side, right above your ear, and it directionally shoots the sound coming out at your ear. So you don't, so you still pick up the ambient noise from your traffic surroundings and whatnot, because there's nothing that goes in the ear. All you have is the sound about 1.5 inches or so away from your ear. And I don't know about he mentioned an upper speaker that was like an ambient kind of a speaker. I was not aware of that one. So I might have an older model than you guys do, Janet.
Okay, well, with
this
that,
is Herbie.
Okay, go, Herbie.
So one thing I don't think anybody mentioned in comparison to, like, if you want a good pair of headphones that are not over your ear or anything like that, I would say that the Bose definitely have a much better sound than the Aftershocks. So I would definitely say spend the money and get the Bose frames rather than the Aftershocks headphones. And that's just my opinion from my experiences with both. So
okay, very good. Now we're moving on.
This is Jody. Can I ask Terry a quick question?
Okay, go ahead.
Terry, you mentioned different lenses. Are they different colors and styles, or do they have clear ones or tinted ones and dark ones? Do you happen to know?
Yes, I believe they do, and they're all different colors, all different styles. And yes, I think there are types like you're describing, although I haven't looked into that completely.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Jody's going to be looking good up there in the snow. Okay. All right. All right. Very good. Now we are coming to some more headphones. Yes. We love headphones. What can we say? All right. And we have with those more headphones, Tom, all the way from More Snow. Tom? Can you unmute?
Can you hear me?
There you are. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Okay, there we go. That just explains one advantage and disadvantage of the headset I'm going to talk about. And this is the Blue Parrot headset. And the reason I got this is because everybody was complaining up here in Vermont. We have a Thursday night session where we talk about iOS things and give each other helping hands and all that good stuff. And it's usually we eat dinner 6:30, 7 o'clock, and I was always washing dishes at 7:30 when it started. And they were always complaining about all the noise I made. So I got the Blue Parrot headset, which has a noise canceling boom microphone. So it comes out from the side. It's a single ear because these were made primarily for truck drivers. By the way, if a truck driver is caught using a cell phone, I think it's a $10,000 fine, and it's not nice. So they don't hold their cell phones in their hands. Let's put it that way. It's a commercial. The battery lasts the 22 hours. It's only on one side, over the ear headset. So there's no noise canceling for the sound, the speaker, obviously, because it's only on one ear. The other ear isn't covered. But I'm going to count to 10, and I'm going to push the button. There's a button on the headset. So 1, 2, 3, 8, 9, 10. And I think you heard like 4 to 6 were missing or something like that. If that's true. Hello, anybody there?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. So, and it's nice that you don't have to have your cell phone with you or get it out, because the noise cancel, the mute button is on the headset itself. Now, I'm going to ask Google to say something there. Hey, Google, what time is it?
It's 4:22 p.m.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
Need to have something. You heard it say what time it was?
4:22 p.m.
Okay. It's too close to me. And that's strange, because it must be just the right frequency, because when I'm doing dishes, nobody hears me, talking cars, all sorts of things. And well, it's only 96% effective, but it's great when you're on Zoom calls, don't hear much background noise. So I like the Blue Parrot. They're a little on the expensive side, I just checked on Google, they're I think it was $39.95. And when I asked what the price range was, it was $12 to $200 and some dollars. But this model with a noise canceling boom microphone was $139.95. I've had them for a couple of years, no problem. And it's one of the things, a lot of people, they're on a Zoom call and they don't mute themselves, as we all know. And this is just easy. There's no excuse not to. You just reach up, push the little button on there, and it beeps every 10 seconds to remind you that they're muted. So that's that on that. Now, the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off this, and I've been using this the whole time, these Blue Parrot headset. I'm going to turn these off and turn on my other ones. Let me turn these off. Okay, and can you hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, just making sure, because these are my Sound Blaster Jam V2 headset. These are on the ear headset stereo, and they're supposed to have a noise canceling, which wasn't as good as the Blue Parrot, but let me try it again. Hey, Google, what time is it?
It's 4:24 p.m.
And was that loud that you could hear the time?
Yeah, that was louder this time.
Yeah, that was louder. These, I found out the noise canceling isn't nearly as good, but sometimes when people are talking, it is fairly good. The difference is on Amazon, they're $34.95. So they're much cheaper. It still has the 22 or 23 hour battery life. By the way, the new Blue Parrot and the Sound Blaster Jam V2 headset do come with USB-C connections. Before the first model and the Blue Parrot as well came with that little mini thing, which which way do I plug this thing in? Is it upside down or right? So the Bluetooth C charger, USB-C is much, much better. These have nice, very comfortable, very, very light with the foam pads on your ear. The sound is excellent on them for a cheap pair of headset. It's got a bass boost, and it's got the volume up and the volume down. And then the big button that you push to turn them on, to turn them off, to answer the phone, to hang up the phone, all of those sorts of features that just about every Bluetooth headset comes with. And as I said, you could hear the difference. I don't think the microphone is quite as good on this one as the Blue Parrot. You could tell the difference between the two.
Yeah, definitely. The Blue Parrot sounded better. This one's a little more tinnier, I think.
It's a little tinnier because, once again, the microphones are on your ear. They're away from your mouth. The Blue Parrot has the boom microphone with a little foam tip on the end for wind, and so it can't hear you breathe as much right in front of your mouth or wherever you want it. I should have done with the Blue Parrot. You can use it on either your right or left ear. The boom switches, you just flip it around to the other side. And then also when you're not using, when I'm sipping my tea or whatever, I just flip that boom up. And then people say, I can't hear you very well. So even if the boom is away from your mouth, it helps reduce your own breathing and any slurping noises that you make, even if you don't mute the microphone. So these are the two microphones that I use 99% of the time. The only reason I got the first generation of the Apple, what is it? Their phones. What are they called?
AirPods.
AirPod Pros. The reason I got the AirPod Pros is because my wife was always complaining. I'd be sitting there and she'd be calling me, and I'd say, hello. And then, wait a second, why I got my headset, because I hate holding my phone in front. And that annoyed her greatly. So nobody mentioned with the AirPod Pros, you can just leave them face down. So they're in the very power saving mode. And if you put them in their case, they're in the very, very power saving mode. But as soon as you pick them up and put them on your head, they automatically pair. That's one thing I don't think was mentioned. So they're automatic pairing. You don't have to do anything. You just lift them up and bingo, they're on your, they start speaking. Where the others, both the Blue Parrot and the Sound Blaster Jam V2, and they're made by Creative Labs. And the only bad thing about there, I was reading the other day, the fellow that from Singapore, that he was a real pioneer in lots of the electronic devices, just died last month or this month, I believe. And hopefully they'll keep improving their products. So, any questions?
Good job. Okay, thank you. Here we go. We're going to open it up.
This is Helene.
Go ahead, Helene.
I was wondering if the Blue Parrot is, if you're able to use it if you have a hearing aid, and I took out the hearing aid in one ear, would I be able to use Blue Parrot and have the hearing aid in?
I wouldn't use it. I would assume you mean use it on the ear where you did not have the hearing aid.
Right.
Yeah, yes, because the band goes over the top of your head and it pushes against your head on the other side above your ear. So it would not interfere with the hearing aid that is in your other ear. Yeah.
Yes,
this is Herbie.
Yes, it did.
Hang on. Go ahead, Helene.
And one of the other people Tom said that he had a headset that was the one with the sunglasses that was over the ear, so it sounded like I could have both.
Yes, you probably could. Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, Herbie, go.
Just to clarify something, though, to your point just now with Helene's question, because I mean, you could use it in place of a but I guess would the headphone have the right amplification that you might expect from a hearing aid? So I think there's a difference.
Questionable. Yeah, you get the sound that you get is the sound you get. There's no equalization. You can vary the volume, but none of the headsets, except I think the pros, you can really turn them up to bot, which is good because they don't want you to go deaf, but you can't crank it up like a hearing aid.
Right.
Okay. Very good. All right, anybody else?
It's Kathy.
Go, Kathy.
Tell me, how did the Blue Parrot earphone hang on to your ear? And I just switched headphones.
Yeah, they're over the ear like a regular headset, but there's only on one ear. So the band still goes across the top of your head down the other side, and very sturdily made. And there's a little pad on the other side that's curved a bit. It feels like rubber or plastic rubber that just...
So they're very sturdy.
Very, very, very sturdy. As I said, they're made for truck drivers. And if you get two, you can have them for walkie-talkies, and they're made for warehouse workers. They can talk back and forth, but obviously I haven't done that. Yeah, but they're really sturdy for commercial use.
Okay, next time you can do the walkie-talkie feature with your wife, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, great job, Tom. Thank you very much. Okay, go, Sree.
One clarification, Tom. Did you say the Blue Parrot, it's got noise cancellation?
Yeah, the mic, not the headset, but the microphone. For some reason, it didn't cancel. I think the Bluetooth is the feature's bad, but usually the noise canceling is excellent on there, and I should have tried that out first. Dogs barking, traffic going up ahead, my wife yelling at me from the other room or whatever.
Okay, hang on, guys. We're going to have to move on. Okay, go quickly, Terry.
Okay.
Go. Terry.
Sometimes noise canceling is determined by the type of sound. Some headphones will do a great job with certain sounds, but not with others. So it just depends.
Yeah, it depends.
Right. That will be the last word. Okay. Thank you so much, Tom, and we are moving on. Uh-oh. All right, well, hold on. Next, we have Herbie again. Herbie, are you there?
I don't know, am I?
Yeah, I guess you are.
Oh, well, what do you know?
Okay. Gonna talk about speakers, I think.
I am, and I'm going to talk about the Bose Color Sound Link speaker. That is been my favorite. It's a good size speaker. So it kind of can fit. It's more on the flat side. So if you're wanting one of those like squat speakers, then that's not it. But the speaker is a little bit long and flat, but it's not super long. It's more taller than it is long. You got a series of buttons on the top. So what you can do is on the bottom left is you've got your power button. And what they've done now is there's like little ridges to separate each button out. So there's a power button, which is, it feels like an inset button, but it's still feelable. Then you've got a button that turns on and off Bluetooth. You've got another one for auxiliary mode. You would use that one if you were plugging your speaker directly into a device using a cord. And then you've got your volume down button, your play pause button, and your volume up button. And it uses micro USB for charging, at least, and I don't know if they've come out with any newer models that now support USB-C, but the one I have still uses the micro USB. And it talks to you as well, so it'll say connected to whatever your iPhone name is. It'll also tell you the level of the battery, and it has a pretty good sound as well.
All right, very good. And we will keep moving on. We have another presentation. Now we're going to do something a little for our Braille users. Would you like to go, Chanelle? You ready?
I would be happy to go.
Thank you.
Can you hear me? Okay, so Today I am going to talk to you about the Hable One, and that name may sound familiar because Maria has done a very excellent job talking about the same thing, but I'll just go over it again. The Hable One is a Bluetooth keyboard with Braille support. It's called a remote for your iPhone or smart device. Basically what it is a Bluetooth keyboard, but it has Braille input keys. No, it is not a Braille display because it actually connects as a Bluetooth keyboard, but you don't read on it. Rather, you enter commands using the 6 keys of the Braille alphabet plus 2 other keys for backspace and enter or space, and they simulate different gestures on the iPhone. It's different from other Braille Bluetooth keyboards like the Orbit Writer because those rely on the iPhone to do the Braille translation. The Hable, spelled Hable, I think the full name is actually Hable One, but it has inbuilt Braille translation software. So instead of relying on the quirky iOS translation, the device does the translating, and then you avoid some of the bugs that you commonly experience with Braille that have been popping up a lot in iOS 16. Enter not fully pressing, not being able to copy text and different things like that. So the Hable One is a really neat layout. It's basically, I would say, maybe as wide as a deck of cards and a couple inches longer, and you hold it in between your hands. It's not meant to sit on your lap or on a table. You could use it that way, but the keys are up and down. So you basically have 2 columns of 3 keys. And if you're familiar with doing Braille screen input, it's very similar to the screen away mode. So right away, you have that advantage. You get the physical keys to type on, but you're still doing that familiar Braille screen input layout. And so that being said, like I said, there's the 2 columns of keys and then the backspace and enter. What do I like about this keyboard? The fact that it is so small and compact, and it just immediately connects to the phone with my Braille display and whatever. Sometimes there's a bit of a delay, between when I can actually, when it connects and when I can type commands. Not so with the Hable. Currently, the Hable only supports, as far as English, Unified English Braille, which is no problem for me, but the most recent update will support the other Braille code that people normally like to use, the EBAE. What do I find hard with this keyboard? Well, it is a bit harder to type on it than I would have thought. The keys are a bit clunky. Sometimes I've typed words and it doesn't always insert a space, or I had to also figure out this thing where it was difficult to navigate my screen unless I turned on quick navigation. And I kind of figured that out through trial and error and a lot of reading of the manual, but they don't mention that the quick navigation is needed for some important commands like going to the top or bottom of the screen or scrolling pages. So overall, it's a great keyboard. I don't know if I would have spent the money on it myself, but it was a great Christmas present. I mainly use it for typing messages. I'm still a bit more comfortable reaching for the Braille screen input and just doing the phone that way, but it is a great little toy, and I think it is a lot better. You get the advantage of typing in Braille without having to deal with all the Braille display quirks. You just can't read in Braille. So there you go.
All right. Thank you, Chanelle. Great job. And then we're going to go one more Braille thing. And then after that, we're going to want to hear from you guys and see what you would like to share with the group. All right. So stay right there. Okay, go. Terry Ann, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'm going to talk about another device that has Braille Braille input and output, meaning that you can also read on this device. You read Braille. It's a BI20X Braille display made. It's a refreshable braille display made by Humanware. It's one of their newer refreshable braille displays that they've come out with in the last couple of years. There's a BI-20X model and a BI-40X model, not to be confused with the BI-40 and the BI-80 models, which are different. They're older models and are not the same type of products as these, but they get often confused. That's why I mention it here. So I have the BI-20X model. It costs about $2,199. And the BI-40X, if you're interested, costs $36.95. They both, these newer devices are really very portable. They use text to speech when reading some items. That's kind of a new thing. When they first came out, they did not have the text to speech capability, but they said, yes, hang on, it's coming, and it did. They both have internet capability via Wi-Fi connection, which some displays have, some braille displays do not. This means that you can download materials from NLS, you can download materials from Bookshare and NFB Newsline, which is a great thing. And I understand that there are more things coming that you'll be able to download to these devices. So stay tuned for that. One of the differences between the BI-20X and the BI-40X is that the BI-40X, in addition to the regular Braille writer style keyboard, including the backspace and the enter keys, which they call backspace is also known as .7 and the enter is known as .8. The BI-40X model also has some buttons on the top, C1 through C6, 1, 2, 3 on the left and 4, 5, 6 on the right, which you can also use for entering Braille. They both have the BI-20X has a 20 cell display. The BI-40X will have a 40 cell Braille display. They both have internal and external storage options. The BI-20X, because its internal storage is only, I believe, 16 megabytes of storage, it has it's got two kinds of storage, is my point. It's got two types of external storage. So you can put a thumb drive or a pen drive, if you want to call it that, in one port, and you can also use an SD card for the other type of external storage, whereas the BI-40 cell, because it has more internal storage, you just get the I believe it's the thumb drive capability, but I've forgotten now. I apologize.
Right, very good, Terry.
Yep.
All right, very good, thank you. And now we're gonna see if we have any questions for the last three demos, or then we'll also open it up. Any questions regarding the Braille product or the speaker, the Bose speaker?
This is Dan with a question for Terry.
Go ahead, Dan.
Okay, about the 20X. What about the user manual? Is there a user manual on the device, or how do they do that?
Terry Ann?
Yes, the user manual is on the device, but it's also downloadable, but it's definitely on the device. And when you do upgrades, they upgrade that too. And the 20 has a replaceable battery. The 40 does not.
Okay, good. Anybody else? Questions?
I have a question for Terry.
Go ahead, Jake.
How do you update the Braille software?
There is an update function on there, and you just go to it, and because you have the Wi-Fi internet connection, it just downloads. You tell it to update it, and you press enter, and it just downloads it seamlessly.
All right, good. Okay. All right. Now we want to, we've never done this before, but you guys I know out there are here because you love tech and you have an iPhone and are presumably using it. And we'd like for you to, I know you can go ahead and share. Is there something that you have? Go ahead, sir.
Yeah, in keeping with the tradition of Andre Agassi.
Oh, boy.
Looking good while you do your thing. I want to talk about the Baubax Smart Travel Jacket.
Oh, no.
So this is a jacket, very lightweight jacket, good for traveling, both in you couldn't wear it like in snow or that super cold weather, but chilly weather or warm weather. It's made out of a material that's very lightweight. It's called Tencel plus a combination of cotton. So it's, it's breathable. So it is good both in, warm or cool climates. The thing that I like about it, it's got all kinds of pockets and gadgets that go along with it. Obviously, there's a secure pocket for your iPhone. There's a secure pocket for your wallet or passport. There's the devices it comes with it's got a separate pocket for a water bottle too, a small water bottle. It's got, earlier people were talking about AirPods and, potentially losing those. It's got a little cord with the ends with little plunger kind of things that would connect on to AirPods. And then it drapes around the back of your neck. So, as you're wearing the things, and that will allow you to not lose if they pop out of your ears, it'll just be hanging there around the back of your neck if you happen to fall asleep on the airplane or whatever. It's got a pocket that has all kinds of other gadgets. It's got, what do you call those things? Earplugs if you need to sleep. It's got a blackout shades, probably don't need for most people, but if you have light perception, then you might want a blackout light. It's got a place for a face mask. Then one of my favorite things, one of the pockets has, I always used to I thought it's pretty cool. Had a grandfather that had on his, would wear around his belt one of those, what do you call those, retractable keychain. I don't know if you ever have seen those things, but, it kind of, I don't know if you can hear this or not. Probably can't hear that, but it kind of whizzed out and it's got this cord on it. And so the keys will come out and it, stays attached to the inside of one of the pockets. And also a part of that keychain is a little device that has a beer bottle opener and a little whistle in case you get attacked. And so that's there in an emergency if you needed to call out. It's got a pocket that has a inflatable neck rest and also an inflatable footrest. So those are the main things I'm trying to remember. Of course, it's waterproof, like a waterproof windbreaker with a hood on it. And I think that's all. So it's Baubax, Baubax, when I got it was the 2.0 version. That was several years ago. They've since come out with a 3.0 version. The 2.0 was, I think, 129. I was just looking on their website. The 3.0 is 179. So that's my Balmax Smart Travel Jacket.
Wow. So this is Sandhya. With that, I guess now you can never tell me you're out of pocket, huh?
I'm always out of pocket.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Anybody else have something they want to share?
There was one other thing that I really like about it. If your hands get cold, out of the end of the sleeves comes these little nice warm cloth thingies that will slip down, and it's got a little place that your thumb goes in, and then it kind of covers up your, three quarters of your knuckles, and your hands nice and warm.
Oh my goodness. Okay. That sounds pretty cool. Go Sree.
Does it come in lots of different colors?
I've got the black. I think it comes in a beige. I think a olive. I can't remember what other colors. And they come in both men and women's cut. So I've got. Oh, that was one thing screwy. I don't know if it's a European thing. I'm not sure. The men's has the zipper like on women's clothing. It's on the left side, which kind of threw me and takes kind of getting used to. So got to get used to that, having the zipper the other way around.
You'll adjust. Okay. Anybody else?
This is Pete.
Okay, go Pete.
How do you calculate 3/4 of your knuckles?
He's an engineer.
One.
Is that 3 out of 4 fingers, or is it 2 out of 3 knuckles?
2 out of 3 knuckles. Okay, hold on. We're going to give anybody else want to share something that they got? Something that they want to tell us about? Just impromptu? Anybody?
Just a quick question. This is Vincent.
Go ahead, Vincent. Go.
Okay, so this jacket is a cotton mix.
The main fabric is a man-made. They call it Tencel, Tencel. So it's 50 Tencel and 50 cotton.
Okay, and it has 4 pockets in the front and then pockets on the sides.
It's got pockets every which way. Well, there's 2 zippered pockets on the front exterior. And then, of course, the side pockets where you normally would stick your hands. And then interior, there's, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then in the collar is where the little neck, what do you call it? The neck rest, inflatable neck rest.
Wow. Is it waterproof or water repellent?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that's
I think I want one.
That is fantastic. That probably would be excellent also if you go out fishing, and it's all kinds of pockets for absolutely everything. Thank you very much. BAU BAX, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Sree.
Yes, Chris.
Is it wind resistant or windproof?
It's a coat. I don't know. Is it?
Can you put a hot pocket in one of the side pockets?
You still be out of pocket. Okay, Mr. McCulloch, is it windproof?
It does not have a insulated. Yeah, it has. Well, it's got a thermal insulated for coldness. It keeps my drink cold, but I don't know about heat. What was the other question? I missed it.
Does it nothing? Okay, that was it. Is it windproof?
Windproof. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, it's a jacket. Okay, go, Chris.
Okay. So speaking of inflatables, is it like on the Dick Van Dyke Show episode? Could you pull the wrong cord and have a life raft inflate all of a sudden?
Could use it as a flotation device.
I don't pull the wrong cords.
Okay, go, Kathy.
I was thinking iBUG could give better prizes away on that movie night because we got a lot of good ideas here.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay. Anybody else want to share something that they have?
Dana.
Dana, go Dana.
Yeah,
I have what you call Tribbit. It's a Bluetooth speaker, and it's made by Tribbit. It's called Tribbit Stormbox 360-degree Stormbox Pro speaker. It sounds very much like a Bose speaker, and it has very good bass on the top. It stands vertically, and it's about 7 inches tall, and it's square. The corners of it are rounded, and on the very top of it, starting on the left, is a raised minus sign for a volume down, and then next button is a raised circle for playing and pausing music or podcasts or answering or hanging up the phone. And then to the left of that is a raised plus sign for volume up. And around the top, there is a handle, a rubber handle that on one side, one end of the handle is attached to the left side of the speaker, and it loops, the handle loops over the top of the speaker, and then the other end of the handle attaches to the right side of the speaker. So when you carry it, it's like carrying a bucket or a lantern. One of my favorite things is I have two favorite things. One is it's waterproof and it floats.
What?
Yeah, it's waterproof and it floats, so you can throw it in the pool, and it wouldn't sink to the bottom. Let's see. On the back of the speaker is at the bottom is a thing you pry out with your finger. It's rubber, and it covers where you charge the speaker at, and then the speaker also you can charge your iPhone. You can plug your lightning cord into the speaker, and it'll charge the iPhone.
Oh my gosh, how much is it, Dana? You know?
Yeah, it's $119 for one. You can pair it with 2 or 3 or however many you have.
Wow,
one speaker sounds great, but 2 speakers are better. You
can make a raft out of it, right?
For stereo, yeah.
Okay.
Just about.
Very good. Hang on, we're going to see one more. I think I heard Julie. Julie, were you saying?
I want one Michael's jacket.
Oh, you want one of Michael's jackets? Okay, well, we'll put you on a list. Okay. Anybody else? Last minute. One more thing they want to share before we're going to wrap it up. Okay.
This is Sree.
Well, actually, it's the last minute. Okay, go Sree, quick.
I just wanted to give the model number of the stand.
Okay.
It's WIZ017TTBK.
All right, I'm sure we've all committed that to memory now. Okay, so
Terry.
Go, Terry.
My glasses have really good noise canceling. I forgot to mention that before. I think it's better than the Bose, and that's because I've experimented with that. But so I wanted to throw that in there.
She's been experimenting with that and other things. Okay. Sorry. All right. So we're going to wrap it up. I want to thank everybody, all of our people that have contributed and participated and shared their cool devices. We couldn't do this show without you guys. Oh, wow. And thank you very much. And then we are going to quickly tell you what's happening this week, but I don't remember. Let's see what's happening this week. Monday's iBUG Buzz. Tuesdays, nothing because it's a 5th Friday. Wednesday, we're off, I think. Thursday is Trekkie Talk. Friday's the movie. And then we are thankfully off next week. No. Yes. Okay. Anyway, so we hope that you will continue to visit us, go to our website and find out what's going on. And then we're going to say goodnight, but stick around. I have a special song. Here we go.
Ooh.